By the time I'm recording this, I am up at 4:35 a.m. with no sleep, because I got something new. Consider this breaking news. Well, breaking news for people oh so slow. Now, many of you have heard of Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. Now, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 is a sequel to Puyo Puyo Tetris, which I ended up having a blast with. When it came to Puyo Puyo Tetris 1, before its debut in the English market, aka the English localization for Puyo Puyo Tetris, I imported myself a Japanese copy of the PlayStation 4 version of that game. I still have that Japanese copy, that Japanese PlayStation 4 copy. And then when the game started to finally get localized, translated, and then released, I ended up getting the English version, PlayStation 4 version, and then when I got the Nintendo Switch, I ended up getting Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Nintendo Switch so I could play it on the go. And I went ahead and downloaded Puyo Puyo Champions, which is essentially Puyo Puyo more for esports, and it's just a $10 download. And then Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 came out of nowhere, surprised the hell out of me, and then when it came out, I ended up getting hold of the game on launch, and I had a blast with it. It was fantastic. It was great. I ended up marking Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 my 2020 Game of the Year, because, hell, I had much more of a blast with fucking Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, and Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 had pretty much, let's just say, a better launch than Cyberpunk 2077, if you really want to be honest here. Now, here we are talking about Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, and this is some really interesting news, because this is an update. Keep in mind, this is an update. It is an update for your game, so that stuff here is going to be available to you for free. Now, what I'm about to talk to you is going to be a surprise, just as much as when Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 was first announced. Sega dropped a huge content bomb on Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, and through this update, you just get some very interesting stuff. Alright, we're talking about more interesting stuff. Now, there is a new multiplayer mode known as Boss Raid. Not only that, but there's also player profile custom ability options, getting additionals, such as more avatar choices. Yeah, that's right. More avatars. Yes. Not only that, there's more background music choices being added to the game. And there's more characters, actually 4 characters added to the roster of Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. Now, I have up screenshots that I took in myself. So, yes, I did highlight the new characters. Sonic the Hedgehog. We'll just keep him later in the video. Liddell from previous Puyo Puyo installations. You never even heard of her, considering Puyo Puyo Tetris 1 is essentially kind of like the first time you wind up hearing of her, and she wasn't actually a playable character, and she was actually more of a cameo. Now, the Ocean Prince, and also Miss Accord, which she also cameoed in Puyo Puyo Tetris 1. Now, Liddell, Miss Accord, and Ocean Prince, they have pretty much starred in previous Puyo Puyo games. However, you will see them cameo in Puyo Puyo Tetris 1. This is essentially because if you have played the previous installment, actually, if you have imported the previous installments, because the Puyo Puyo series, especially Puyo Puyo Tetris, was essentially just like an import-only franchise. It never even got a localization since Puyo Pop Fever. So, however, you'll probably hear of the characters if you started importing the Puyo Puyo games from Japan, even before Puyo Puyo Tetris 1 started getting its localization. But, however, if you are new to the franchise, and if your first game is essentially Puyo Puyo Tetris 1, when it was finally, localized in English, there is a good chance you have heard of these characters and you're new to these characters, or still new to these characters since they're essentially cameos. Well, these 3 characters are going to be playable alongside Sonic the Hedgehog. And that's where we're going to transition over to Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog is essentially like the mascot of Sega, and because Sonic is like a big thing, Sonic is like a big system seller when it came to the Genesis and Dreamcast and Saturn. Basically, any Sega console, Sonic. That's right. But however, ever since Sega stopped doing like consoles, Sonic has been, like, consistently getting game after game after game. That is because Sonic is essentially not only the mascot, but is Sega's favorite golden boy. As a matter of fact, if you go back to the very first Puyo Puyo game, when it was, like, localized for North American Sega Genesises... Genesises? Okay. So, yeah, when it was localized for North America for the Sega Genesis, it was essentially repainted into Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which was essentially themed after that cartoon that was on the air at the time. However, you fast forward to now in Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, Sonic the Hedgehog, that blue motherfucking hedgehog, is now essentially added to the roster and is playable, a playable character. So yeah, this is a very big, huge, interesting thing, because this is like something that... Because really, after Compile and what happened to Compile, Sonic Team took over for the other Puyo Puyo games. So, however, it was bound to happen. Many thought it was bound to happen to see Sonic the Hedgehog wind up being a guest debut, but now in Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, he's pretty much a guest debut. Anyway, I have up footage of the January 2021 update that surprised every single player on this game. And yeah, I did upload it first to my Twitter feed, but I do want to go ahead and just attach that to that video. So here we go. Let's go ahead and roll the footage.
Go for smash! Lance! Undaunted! Lance! Lance! So there! So there! Krelons! Krelons! Apollons! 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 Treason! Haunted tooth! Chivalry is dead. That was exciting! Well... Bento! Uragano! Tifone! Clono! Artobolino! Well... Well... Oh no! I'm happy!
Yes! Here we go! Spin attack! Spin attack! Homing attack! What? Homing attack! Boost! Boost! Blue tornado! Blue tornado! Blue tornado! Limit break!
I'll do better next time.
That was a fun race!
Keep in mind that I did manage to focus more on the characters, but however, I did first hear about the situation in an article on Gematsu, but I had no idea if the release was pretty much bound to be like an international release date, or it was a Japan-only release date and the US gets it later. So when I kind of looked at the situation in the surprise update over on Gematsu, I was like, kind of like, okay, when is this update coming to America? When is this update coming to America? But however, surprise, surprise, the international release of an update. So that is something that kind of kept me afloat. Now I'll just go ahead and link the Gematsu article in the description. However, by the time this video is uploaded, I did confirm that the new January 2021 surprise update with new characters being added, keep in mind they're going to be included in that update, so that it's all available to you for free, alright? All available to you for free, okay. Now, with that totally said, yes, as is uploaded, it has been already confirmed by myself that the update did release over onto the US Nintendo Switches and US consoles, so yes, it is out now as we speak. And pretty much, I guess we could call it a huge international release of an update, so yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it for this quick, interesting news video for Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 players. Alright, and yeah, I can't wait to see more content going down the road. And pretty much more and more people have been already hearing about Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 getting more content, like, later down the line. So I'm pretty much going to be expected to wind up getting surprised by surprise updates with additional characters and more additional stuff. So with that totally said, well, looks like I'm ready to see what's going to wind up happening next for Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, because, yep, this is just going to become the big deal for Sega in terms of the Puyo Puyo franchise. And with that totally said, that's all, and I will be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out.